University of Wisconsin La Crosse chancellor has been fired after it was discovered he and his wife were producing and appearing in pornography. The UW Board of Regents unanimously voted to fire Chancellor Joe Gao last night. That was shortly after pornographic videos featuring him and his wife were found online. Gao had been with the chancellor since 2007. He was also previously reprimanded for inviting an adult film actress to speak on campus back in 2018. Gao defended himself in a statement saying that he and his wife are grateful to have a right to explore consensual sexuality.